What's going on, people? Miguel here at Retro Basement, and I want to talk a little bit about Antiquia Lost, the RPG that was released yesterday on the Nintendo Switch, developed and published by KEMCO. So, Antiquia Lost is a Revenant Saga 2.0. Let's find out. So, Antiquia Lost starts off with really good 32-bit aesthetics. I feel like Antiquia Lost, this is what Revenant Saga should have been. The visual art style in combat, in the real-time combat within the RPG. It keeps the same art style when you're walking around town and when you're in battle. Unlike Revenant Saga, who keeps like the 2D sprites, but when you get into battle, it switches to the ugly, blocky, atrocious looking polygons that just looks like a really badly done last gen PS1 to very early PS2 game. It just looks bad. But since I'm an RPG fan, I was willing to look past that, and I had a little fun with Revenant Saga. I even reviewed it. You might want to check out my review. But since I reviewed it, I haven't really picked the game back up. Maybe I will later on down the line, but this is a more competent Revenant Saga. And let me tell you what I mean by more competent Revenant Saga. It takes what Revenant Saga was and pretty much does everything that KEMCO should have done in the first place when they were in the development of Revenant Saga. Bear in mind, this was a mobile game, or is a mobile game that was released in 2016, and it was ported to Steam in July of this year, then ported to the other consoles such as the Nintendo Switch, and released on the 16th of this month. But it doesn't really feel like it was a mobile game. It feels right at home on the Nintendo Switch. I was very surprised by that, to say the least, considering how, let's just say, interesting Revenant Saga turned out. So let's talk about the story. The story starts off with the protagonist, Benny, and his merry band of followers. The other character's name within the game, they all have very strange names. Nonetheless, the storyline is about demons. You guessed it. KEMCO is in love with demons. I guess, that's the easiest story to go with, Throw a little Inuyasha in there and everyone to eat it up. But the story is okay. It's probably, I would say it's definitely, from what I can tell, as I've been playing through it, better than Revenant Saga. And yeah, the story's coherent. It's basically centered around, it starts off with Benny going out in the woods. He meets this girl. He finds out her mother's sick, and he wants to help her find herbs to take back to her mother and hopefully heal her. But while they're doing that, her mother gets kidnapped by demons. Then, the mother dies from the wounds inflicted by the demon. Then the adventure starts off, these 4 more travelers. You meet other people along the way. Goes into this, they get into this kind of conflict between, good and bad, darkness and evil. There's 3 tribes within the game, and these 3 tribes are what has been keeping the peace within their society. But demons appear, this happens and that happens, and the world is thrown into chaos. And guess what? The people from these tribes are off on a quest to save the world from darkness. Nonetheless, the story's not bad. The graphics are good. They remind me of Sega Saturn games. Although there's some weird walking animation within KEMCO's RPGs as of late, the animation looks good. It's fluent, so the music, it's tolerable. It's way better than Revenant Saga, but it still leaves a bit more to be desired. But it doesn't annoy. Actually, it's somewhat quite pleasant. The music is not bad at all, and so on. The overall summary for this game is it's a good game. I believe for the $11.99 asking price, it's very enjoyable. I had a good time playing with Antiquia Lost, and I plan on continuing to play it because I'm having fun with it. Unlike Revenant Saga, where I didn't really pick it back up afterwards. Besides, the Switch has gotten so many games this month, so it's kind of hard to, pick a severely inferior game back up after you start playing something like, Skyrim or one of the other really, really good ports on the Switch. But all in all, I'm going to assign Antiquia Lost a 7 out of 10. If you're an RPG fan and you want to get the taste of Revenant Saga out of your mouth if you bought it, then this is most likely up your alley. It's a competent port that was on the iPhone, Android devices in 2016. Then it was ported to Steam, and now it's ported to Switch in 2017. And it doesn't really feel like it was a mobile game. So kudos to KEMCO for, doing what they should have done in the first place with their last game. Releasing a game that is not overly lazy done. Nonetheless, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and bell button, guys, to let you know when I come out with new videos. And this is Miguel at Retro Basement, signing out. Adios.
What?